Hello, welcome back to the monthly pickups where I'm actually properly filming this on the 1st of August for once. And I've been letting a few things build up. We have two DVD Steelbooks, one sealed Blu-ray, two sealed Blu-ray, because one of them is an Amazon package. That is my first boutique label. So, yeah, I also have a few little toys here to show off as well. So, as always, we'll go in order of acquirencing. So, starting off with from between finish filming the last pickups video and now, one of the things that I bought just because I wanted to have more, I want to have more Beatles stuff in my collection, because the only two things that I really have is the Nowhere Boy biopic film, as well as the Beatles 8 Days a Week touring years box set. And so I found this in my local CEX. Now the price isn't what on the sticker isn't what I paid for it. I paid 50 cents less, and that is the Beatles, the Red Album. So I paid €2.50 for this. It was a cheap pickup. Now my local CEX just have this big box set for the Beatles anthology, but it's 40 fucking euro. Well, 42 last time I checked, and I am not paying that price for it. So yeah, €2.50. I'll add it. I'll add this into the collection, and I'll get around to checking it out when I'm feeling in the humor for it. So I got this last Wednesday. Um, well, Wednesday as I mean I'm recording this on the first. Then the next day, obviously, I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine, which I have my review for already on the channel. And whilst I was out with friends, I went into this charity shop that I very rarely go into, called Enable Ireland. The reason why I don't go into it as often is because it is a very, very tiny charity shop, and it usually just focuses on selling clothes, usually women's clothes. But when we went in, they had a whole bunch of sealed Blu-rays. And I looked through them. They had a bunch of James Bonds as well. And this is a film that I haven't seen, but for €3 and it being factory sealed, I have heard great things about it. So why not? And that is for Amelie. So yeah, I have, like I said, I know next to nothing about this film. Excuse me, this film. Even has the security tag on there. But yeah, for €3, factory sealed. Why not? Like I said, I've heard some good things about it. And yeah, there just wasn't any other Blu-ray that was there that was of interest, and it's also from HMV, judging by the price sticker on the back. So yeah, why not? And then actually, I forgot one thing. The day I got the Beatles one was the day I got this Pokemon toy, which is this Pokeball. And it's supposed to be, don't know actually what it's supposed to go to, some sort of game, but what I can do with it is I can twist it around and then hopefully press this button and it'll work first go. And it opens up like that. So I've already owned this Squirtle before, but I just put it in there just to, just to demonstrate um, for that. And so then the next day after, going to see Deadpool and Wolverine, um, whilst I was out with my nanny, didn't find anything. But I did buy this. It's it was a key ring for the based off of Fallout, the video games and now the hit TV series. And so I bought one for $5. I got this little dude with the power armor and a laser rifle. And yeah, so I already, took off the keychain part for it. And I am going to have to use blue tack, unfortunately, to keep this son of a bitch stood up, because as you can tell, he's got a big ass head, which means because he has a big ass head, he's going to be very, very top heavy. So now we're getting to yesterday, July 31st. And I was, went out as usual on a payday. And I was in CEX and I was looking, didn't find anything, went off to the bathroom, came back, and I started having a look at the TV show section, not the TV show, the DVD section. And as I was going by, because mainly when I'm looking in the DVD section now, I'm looking for Steelbooks. And then I found one. I was like, this might be one that I had previously seen that I just wasn't interested in. But then I took it up and I was like, oh, it's this film. I'm gonna buy it. And for €5, I picked up the 2-disc definitive edition steelbook for Daredevil. Yes, the what's his name? Uh, Ben Affleck Daredevil, which I did see when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so for €5 for this steelbook, I thought, why not? Why not add it into the collection? I've been meaning to rewatch it, and so yeah. So there's both discs. Disc 1 has Daredevil obviously on it, and disc 2, if I can get it out, is just flames. But then there is artwork, basically just that artwork behind the 2 discs. So yeah, we're just going to pause to put them back in. So yeah, that's another one to add into the collection. Now the other steelbook that I got, I paid €1 for, and it's for a film that I haven't seen, and it's a series that I'm obviously going to be continuing in September with reviewing the second film. The first film I had to watch for my 400 subscriber special, which seems so far away now compared to just how much I've blown up thanks to a YouTube short recently. But it is for Die Hard 4.0. So yeah, it's the 2-disc special edition. So here is the front, here is the back, and then we have both discs there. So disc 1 is that, and then disc 2 is the helicopter, and then there is some things on the inside here, just going over other movies that are coming out on DVD. There's this other thing for Hitman 47, or rather just Hitman, based off of the video game Hitman. And then we do have some artwork underneath. So yeah. And so this little Fallout guy isn't the only one that I bought, because I like these, and I probably am going to buy more because they're only a $5, and to have something cool Fallout related, probably in the background there, I'm going to have. So I bought another one, and I got this little guy, and unlike his big-headed brother, he can actually stand, no problem whatsoever. And so I honestly like these. Going to be buying more. There's definitely different ones, not just the power suit, power armor variants. There's one just like a standard Vault Dweller with the suit. There's the Pip-Boy one, not like a Pip-Boy, but like the Vault Dweller with the blonde hair. And then there's some chase. There's a chase variant, and then there's a Nuka. I think there's 2 Nuka-Cola ones. And again, I'm not really too sure, but yeah, happy to, this one, like I said, is going to need blue tack, which is a good thing that I bought some blue tack to be able to keep the son of a bitch up. So now we get to today with the Amazon order, and it's like I said, it's my first boutique label. It's an Arrow release. So yeah, I'm going to have to hold it this way whilst I peel the tab, because it's for a movie that I reviewed at the beginning of the month. And I was kind of hoping that it would have been like the big box version that I seen, but I just got the regular Amaray version, because when I was looking at reviews, I seen people getting the big box version, but I just got this version, and I paid a tenner for it, which is fine, it's definitely cheaper than I seen in a few other places. But yeah, it is the Arrow release for RoboCop, which, yeah, so as you would have seen at the beginning of this month, I did my review for RoboCop. I'm not sure if it was the director's cut or not, um, but yeah, I this is my first, boutique label, something that I just don't actively go out to collect for, and because this was such a good price, I was like, sure, why not? I'll add this into the collection, for this cheap. So taking off the plastic wrap, would have liked for it to have been, the big box that they've done. I'm not sure if that was just for like, you could have gotten that for like, this is just the standard release, and if you went for the 4K, you would have gotten the big box. But yeah, very happy with it. Opening it up, we see the RoboCop director's cut there. Um, so that is standard Blu-ray. We have a little thing here, Stream Killer Cut. Not really sure what this is about. And then if I take the disc out, we have the original poster art, that I'm not going to use, to be honest, because I do like this art better. So yeah, RoboCop has been now added into the collection, and of course I need to track down RoboCop 2 and 3, as well as the 2014 remake of RoboCop. But if you wanted to go check out my review for RoboCop, it was at the beginning of the month. And that is what I have for right now. Obviously, it's the beginning of the month, and even though I took about 11 and 12 minutes just going over that small little bit, let's see what else I get for the rest of this month. Okie dokie. It is August 7th, and I literally have 3 things to show off that aren't physical media related. They are toy related. Why didn't I get anything physical media related this week? Well, so far this week. The answer is I just couldn't find anything. I went to 3 charity shops. Sorry, no, 4 charity shops, as well as CEX, and found nothing. I also need to raise my hands a bit more because I am filming on a brand new ring light. Yeah, that's why you can kind of also see, a bit more behind me than normal, because the last ring light, which was basically on this stand, uh, was on death's doorstep, from loose wiring on both ends, as well as chomp bites from Oliver. So yeah, I only got 3 things. One thing that I got was another Fallout blind bag, which you can see. Where would you be able to see it? You can kind of see it behind me there, where, at the beginning I showed you off 2 of the Fallout 76 blind bags that I bought. And so I bought another one today. And I got the chase. Yes, the 1 in 24 chance to get the glow-in-the-dark T45? I think it's T45 Power Armors chase. So yeah, it's like, this was one that I wanted to get. I kind of wanted to get the chase. I 100% expected to get multiple duplicates before I got the chase. And yeah, I basically just went in. Wasn't initially going to pick up the bag, the one that had the chase in it, because it wasn't, on the rack, and I was like, yeah, why not get it? I said, screw it, I'll get it, and it turned out to be the chase, so I'm very happy with that. So the 2 other toy things I paid €1 for in a charity shop. One of them is an accessory for a figure that I don't have. But it's better to pick up these accessories now at this cheap, so that way, if I ever run across the loose figure, I have a complete then. And so it is Power Rangers related, and it is from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it is the Power Axe from the Black Ranger. There's 2 Mighty Morphin Blacks. There was Adam and there was Zach. I think. I'm really blanking on that at the moment. But yeah, I knew it was the Power Axe right away. I looked at it, I was like, hang on, that's from Power Rangers. And so yeah, I picked it up. And so whenever I pick up a Black Power Ranger, be it Lightning Collection or any of the other many different variations of Black Rangers out there from Mighty Morphin, it will do. So the other figure that I got was this Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure this is the Tom Holland Spider-Man. One of the Tom Holland Spider-Man figures. So yeah, this plus that Power Axe was €1. As I saw, I was like, I kind of wanted a Spider-Man for my collection. And now I have one. Obviously, I would have rathered it be a Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but this will do. You know, this will definitely do. So it does have head articulation, and the arms can move up and back, and that's about it. There's no bicep articulation, there's no hand articulation. The legs can go forward and then not so forward. So he's kind of, you know, humping. That's the best articulation that this figure has. But at least it can actually hold the Power Axe. So yeah, that's basically it. Just these three things to show off that I have. Let me pop Spidey up a bit more. So yeah, just these three. I mainly just wanted to film this to test out the tripod, even though I had vlog footage, which you would have seen beginning of August if you follow my vlog channel, which that's a cheeky plug to go follow my vlog channel and Yu-Gi-Oh channel, because I try to post as much as I can over there. So, you know, if you're not happy with just having 2 videos a week on this channel for me, I'm sure I'll be uploading more frequently over there. Anyway, let's see what else I get for the rest of this month. Okay, so it's now Friday, the 9th of July, and I didn't think I'd actually get stuff because I went to the Friday market, which is a once a week type of situation that has been slowly dying a death. I've gotten a few things over the past year from there, and it's, you know, it was a long time since I actually last went there, because last time I went, I just didn't find anything because there just wasn't a lot of vendors. However, there was a decent amount of vendors there, some new that I hadn't seen in the past year or so that I've been going, and I actually came away with a decent stack. Plus, when I went to help my granny out, there was a charity shop, the same charity shop that I got the Spider-Man and the Power Ranger accessory from. I ended up finding something there for €1. So for basically €8, I got all of this. So yeah, that's the spoiler for everything that I got. So let's break it down. So I went there and I went looking because I didn't have any cash on me, and I was like, I'll just see what's about. If there's something that really jumps out to me that I want to have, then I'll go to the ATM and I'll take money out. And so I went to one booth. I saw this toy and I was like, okay, this is, you know, it's Transformers related. I might be interested in that. I'll just see what else is about. Went to this other booth that I bought from before. Found 3 things that I wanted. And I was like, oh, okay, now I kind of want to go and get cash out. And then as I was leaving, I spotted the first thing that I bought. I was like, I have the first one on VHS. I may as well buy the other one. And you can kind of hear it, and you can see it rewinding in the back. And that is Stuart Little 2 on VHS. So I paid €2 for this. Same price that I paid for the first one. And yeah, as you can see, it is working. It is rewinding there in the back. It was like at the dead end of the film. The film wasn't even actually playing. It was that far in the tape. So yeah, loved the first one. This one, I can't remember I can't describe the feeling that I had as a kid watching it. I'd probably have to rewatch it at some point as well. But yeah, €2 to add another VHS tape into my collection. So I went to this one stall that I bought from before, and he had my favorite movie of all time on DVD. I'm still looking for it on Blu-ray, to grab it on Blu-ray. It's just €20 here, so maybe one week I might convince myself, yes, it's now time for me to order this, and I will, and then I'll trade in my DVD copy. And then he had this big, massive Buzz Lightyear from the second movie as for €4, and it was like practically complete. But there was some yellowing going on, and I was hemming and hawing about it, and I was mentioned it to my friend whilst I was on the phone with him, and he was considering it. But as you can see, I do have a Buzz Lightyear in the background, and for the moment, that one will do until I find one from the first one that I had as a kid. So I didn't end up grabbing that, but I did grab my favorite movie of all time on DVD and 2 Blu-rays. One that I have seen, and let me just stop what I'm saying right now so I can go back to continue to rewind that, Stuart Little, because how many minutes is it? 74 minutes long. So I don't know at what stage of the movie it's at. But yeah, so got one, my favorite movie of all time on DVD. I got a movie that I have seen and a movie that I've only seen the intro of. So my favorite movie of all time, in case you don't know, is Howl's Moving Castle. And so yeah, I got the standard just one disc DVD release. I brought it to CEX and got them to clean it up with all the other discs. And yeah, so and this was initially €2, but when I had the other 2 Blu-rays, he just gave it to me for €3. Didn't even ask for a discount. I was more than happy to pay the €4. Pay €2 for this, and €1 each for the 2 Blu-rays. So hey, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, this is my favorite movie of all time. I have done a review for it last March. If you want to go see what my thoughts and opinions on why I love this movie, I might do a scripted video on why I love this movie at some point. But for the moment, that's the only review that's up. So yeah, the Blu-ray is €20 here, and way more expensive on eBay, and non-existent on Amazon from what I've seen, because I have wanted to buy it on Blu-ray. But yeah, I'm happy just to have it back as a DVD for the moment. Now, the Blu-ray that I bought was a 3D Blu-ray, and it is a movie that I have seen, and that is Madagascar 3. I watched this for the very first time with my very first girlfriend. She had stayed over for the weekend, and we basically binge-watched all 3 of the movies. I think back to back to back. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, so it was all right. Compared to the other 2, the first 2 were great. This one, not too bad. I probably will need to give it another rewatch because I haven't seen it since 2016. Back when I was on Netflix and stuff. But yeah, it is 3 discs. So we have the standard Blu-ray, then we have the 3D Blu-ray, as well as the digital download disc. So yeah, this one's the standard Blu-ray, and then this one's the 3D. I just couldn't tell. So yeah, €1 for that one. Not bad. I'm pretty sure it'd be roughly the same price as CEX. Maybe 50 cents more. I don't know. I didn't look it up. But the movie that I haven't seen before, except for like the intro, which was in college, is one that I do already own on DVD. So this is an upgrade, which I don't do that very often because I've been trying to, not buy as much movies that I hadn't seen unless I really need to, just to cut down on the DVD space. And it is for the film Seven, and it comes with this really nice slipcover. So yeah, I've only seen the beginning part of this film. So here's the standard amare outside of the slip, and like with Madagascar, it does have disc art, which is always a huge plus. It has a slip and it has disc art. Well, that's a massive plus in my opinion, because not a lot of Blu-rays nowadays put disc art on, and that's a shame, because the disc art sometimes it may just be like the cover art, but it's still nice to have instead of just the standard Blu-ray with the title on it. I don't necessarily like that. But yeah, so €1 each for all of these. Can't complain, So yeah, as you can see, that's still rewinding. So then I went back to the guy that had the Transformer, and it wasn't until after I paid the €2 for this toy that I realized that it's missing his arms and is missing his head, which means it can only really display him in his jet mode. So then why didn't I just go back and get my money? Well, because it's a Transformer that I actually, that one that I remember from a series that I loved and had quite a few Transformers from it actually. So it is a Decepticon, and it is Starscream from the 2008 Transformers animated series. So yes, this is him in his jet mode. His jet mode is basically complete, and as you can see, he is missing his arms. So I'm just going to open his feet out here and flip this switch at the back, because then allows him to transform instantly. And so yeah, as you can see, he is missing his head and he's missing his arms. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I could easily pick the head and the arms up if I went to like a toy convention or something like that, or if I knew someone that was going to a toy convention, I could ask them, to keep an eye out for me. And then eventually later on, hold on. That's probably just got me copyright claimed. Yeah, that's basically now they're at the start of the movie. But I'm pretty sure I can easily complete this at some point, because it's like, I know it's not necessarily an expensive figure. Like, I looked it up on eBay, and it's rough. I didn't look at the sold listing, so I don't know if this is accurate or not. But I'd say it's around a 30 to 40 to 20, 30, 40 euro figure from the 2008 Transformers animated series, which I fucking loved. I loved that show, and I remember getting a bunch of the Optimuses. I had two different Optimuses, or Optimi, if you want to go that way, from the Transformers animated. I even had Bulkhead, because I think that was the first introduction of Bulkhead. I could be wrong. Transformers fans, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that one, because I'm not entirely too sure on that one. It's now rewinding to ads. But yeah, not bad. And then the DVD box set that I got is Tom and Jerry related. It's Tom and Jerry, a very merry Tom and Jerry Christmas. Let me just take the price tag off. So yeah, this was €1. So it has 3 DVDs of Cat and Mouse Capers for Christmas. So I'll show you what we have. We have Tom and Jerry Christmas Pause for a Holiday, which I have not seen. I think it's more one of the newer ones. Let me just pause that and knock off the TV. I'll take the VHS out once I'm done. But it also includes Tom and Jerry Classic Collection Volumes 1 and 2, which has a bunch of classic episodes that I remember growing up on Boomerang, because this was something that me and my cousin absolutely loved. Whenever he would stay the night, he would sleep in a little more than I would. He's more of a night owl. I'm more of an early bird. But whenever I would flick through the Saturday morning cartoons or the Sunday morning cartoons, I seen Tom and Jerry, I would then yell up to him like, "Hey, Tom and Jerry's on," and he'd come running down, and we both watch it together. So yeah, that is what I have for right now. Not bad, to be honest. €8 for all of this. I'm very happy with that. So yeah, let's see what else I get for the rest of this month. Okay, so it is the 13th. I only have one thing because it's Tuesday and I don't get paid till midnight tonight. But I think this might just be the only thing that I get this week, because it's my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals. I'm going to need to keep some money for that. So I don't know how crazy I'm going to go. But yeah, this has been it's an Xbox 360 game right off the bat. And it's one that I have been... Here, let me move this over a bit so I can get the... Whoa, shit. Yeah, okay, this is how I like it. How I like things to look for filming. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, this has been an Xbox 360 game that I've been wanting to get again for a while. I had it when I first started collecting. I got rid of it. I regret it. It's sadly not backwards compatible with the Xbox One, so I can only really play it on my 360. But with the Xbox 360 store being gone now for a month, the prices on these games are just going to go up. And so that means, because I still have maybe two or three more Grail games that I want to get for the 360. So I'm going to need to probably make a play on them soon before they go out of my price range, which is Family Guy Back to the Multiverse, and I think it's called of the Damned, or yeah, Shadows of the Damned. Shadows of Evil, I'm thinking of one of the Black Ops 3 zombie maps. Um, yeah, so it's just those two I think are the last two grails of mine to get from my Xbox 360 before I'm happy, you know. But yeah, this is obviously one of them. So let's enough faffing on. Let's crack into it. I've obviously taken out the bit for my address. I'm gonna hope it has the manual. But it is Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 2, which I'm so fucking happy to have this again because I love this game. I got it on a whim from Argos years ago, um, and I fell in love with it. So here is the back, and it is 100% complete. But I'm kind of not liking the look of the outer rim of the disc. Um, so let me just check the condition of the disc. Looks fine. I know you can't really, probably won't be able to tell, but it looks fine. So yeah, now it's time for me to go and play it, because I was literally just sitting up here waiting for the postman, because he normally now comes around 11:30. And then I just, checked the tracking, because I checked it as soon as I woke up and it said it's out for delivery. And I think I heard the letterbox, but I thought that was just junk mail. But then I want to check the tracking again. It said your item has been delivered at 9:09. It's like, oh shit, it's been downstairs this entire time when I could have been fucking playing it. So I rushed down, grabbed it, and now it's time for me to go play. So let's see what else I can get for the rest of this month, which has been a tagline that I've been saying for this entire pickups video. Okay, so it's the next day, and as you can see, my nose from here to here is a little bit more red than usual. That is psoriasis. That is because apparently I got fucking hay fever for the very first time. Not fun. I've been sneezing like a trooper all day. But yeah, so it's the next day, and I honestly didn't think I was going to pick up some things, but I did. I picked up 3 things: 2 DVDs for TV shows and 1 VHS. So as always, I'll go in order of where I got them. So in Oxfam today, I went into Oxfam. Didn't think I was going to find anything because I very rarely find anything. But I found this. So I paid €6, basically €2 a piece for the VHSs. And it is the special edition of the original Star Wars trilogy, like I said, on VHS. So Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. There's the side, and then there's that. And so pulling it out, we have the 3 movies in cardboard sleeves, which is it's a new one for me. I'm not used to these. I'm used to just the clamshells. So we've got Star Wars Special Edition, so it doesn't call it A New Hope, but I checked the crawl. It does say Episode 4 A New Hope, and there's the back, and here's the tape. It works. I tested out on the VHS player behind me there. All of the tapes work. They start off with showing a little bit of like behind the scenes of how they went about for the special edition and all that stuff. I know a lot of original Star Wars fans, that grew up in the 70s, 80s, that watched the original theatrical version, really hate the special editions. These were the editions that I grew up on. I didn't grow up on the theatrical versions. I do have a way to watch them, which is on there's certain Star Wars DVDs out there that has on the bonus disc the original theatrical version, ripped from a VHS quality. But I mean, I grew up on these, so I can't comment either on it. Regardless, my least favorite Star Wars movie, which I know upsets a lot of people when I say it, and I have reviewed it twice. The first review was for my 300 subscriber special, I think it was. That video's been taken down. But last year when I started up Trilogy Month, I of course did a re-review for it, and that of course is Empire. So you can see that there's a little ding right there. I don't really mind. There's the back. And to be honest, I really like these artworks. The artwork that they get these, and I even like the artwork that they put onto a New Hope's tape. But they only did it for a New Hope. After that, it's just a plain white background with with just Empire, the Empire Strikes Back on it. That's it. They could have done it for all three. I don't know why they didn't, but yeah. So that is Empire, and then we have Return of the Jedi, which is interesting that this one is using this artwork where Luke's lightsaber looks blue here, which that's what it was originally going to be. It was going to be another blue lightsaber, but it wasn't until closer to the film's release that they changed it to green, which on the back it's obviously in green, and like I said, plain white background with just Return of the Jedi on it. But yeah, so like I said, they all work. I have tested them out, and there's a little extra yoke here on the inside. But yeah, I'm happy enough. €2 a piece for 3 new VHS tapes. Would I have liked it to be the original theatrical version? Probably. As we go on, those tapes are going to be more harder and harder to find because Disney is never going to put out the. That was this. Me putting down this that made that sound. That definitely was not me. If it was me, I would have owned up to it. But Disney will probably never put out a theatrical version. They're always going to stick to the special editions. Anyway, moving into CEX. So I paid €4 in CEX for 2 seasons of a show, and that is Scrubs. So I picked up season 4 and the 8th and final season. Season 9 does not exist to me. That's just a spin-off, even though it's classed as season 9. But I don't care. I'm not counting it as in this as Scrubs. Scrubs only lasted seasons 1 to 8 for me. And yeah, I'm happy to have these in the collection because it's been a while since I picked up any Scrubs because I only have seasons 1, 2, 3, and 6. So now by adding in seasons 4 and 8, I'm only missing 2 more seasons, and then I have all 8 seasons. And that is all I have for this week because I doubt I'm going to get anything else for the rest of this week. So there's always next week. But yeah, I'm not going to wrap this up because there's still another week to go. But let's see what else I get for the rest of this month. Okay, so I really thought that I wasn't going to get a whole lot to wrap this up, but the VHS god smiled on me today as I found a whole bunch to add to my collection. So as always, let's go in order of when I got things. So on Sunday, whilst I was in CEX, before going to Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals, I went into CEX and I saw that they had the 2013 Star Trek game for €2. So I said, why not? I'll add it into the collection. I've been thinking about buying it for some time, and it is, of course, complete in box. So that was Sunday. And then we get to today. So I get off the bus. I go to check one charity shop, as always, like on Monday. Didn't have anything. Went into Oxfam. And this is where I found all the VHS. But I did buy one game, because I had initially planned to trade it into CEX. But then I realized that it was the American version of Red Dead Redemption. So that was a waste of €2. It is complete, but I don't collect PlayStation 3 games at the moment because I don't own a PlayStation 3, so that was a waste of €2, unfortunately. But oh well. So let's get to the VHS. 3 of them were €1 each. The rest were 2 a piece, and there's only, I think, two, three. Yeah, three that I have not seen. That I was like, sure, I'll add them into the collection. So we'll start with the €1 one first. And because like I picked up a lot of the €2 one, and I was talking to one of the members of staff, and she went out and found a bunch more VHS stuff, a lot of music stuff like Oasis and stuff that I just wasn't really interested in, Westlife and all that stuff. But as I was going through it, I found these three, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to get them. The first one was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which I'm very happy to have, because I do own them on Blu-ray, but I do also have the first one on VHS, and so here it is. I was a little skeptical because of it working, because this bit right here was out a bit, so I physically rewound it a bit, tested it out. It works perfectly. So it was actually already at the very beginning, so I didn't have to rewind it all that much. So for €1, of course I'm going to add it into my collection. Which, speaking of which, I will be doing an updated VHS collection video soon, because I have so many that I've added in recently. So here's the movie that I haven't seen, and I feel like if I am going to watch it, I may as well watch it on VHS. And that is the very first Jurassic Park film. Yeah, never seen it. But for the €1 on VHS, I thought, why not? So I had to rewind it all the way to the beginning. This is one of the few that I had to do. There's no mold, obviously, because if there was, I would have left it behind. And what I do like about this VHS one is we have a little etched in Universal and Jurassic Park logo there. And we also have a little thing there on the spine. And then the last thing that I got was something from my childhood, and that is Spider-Man, specifically the 1990s Spider-Man. So this has 4 episodes from it, featuring Green Goblin, Kingpin, and Dr. Octopus. So yeah, definitely works. Very, very happy to add into my collection. Now, I'm not going to show that there's no mold on all of these, because just assume that there isn't, because I've, gone on my way to check. So those 3 were €1 a piece. Then we get into this big stack, and you've just seen 2 there that I have. So starting off with Prisoner of Azkaban. So yes, now that means I have all 3 of the Harry Potter movies on VHS. This was the last of the Harry Potter movies to be released on VHS, and so this one was €2, and it works. So I'm very happy about that, because I think the next time I do go to rewatch the Harry Potter films, which will be next year when I go to review them, I'll watch the first 3 on VHS, and then I'll watch the last couple on Blu-ray. So moving on to another movie from my childhood. A lot of these are movies from my childhood. We have the very first Ice Age film. So yeah, case isn't in the best of shapes. So there's the tape. Let me just take the case out. So yeah, you can kind of see a crack there, and it doesn't like close fully. But that's fine. That's fine. Worst case scenario, I have 2 dono cases that I could use. Then of course we have the first Shrek film as well, which I'm very happy to own, because it's been quite a while since I've seen Shrek. Now, it's missing the cover art, unfortunately, but on the bottom of the tape there, it does say Shrek, and I tested it, and it is indeed Shrek. Because if it hadn't said Shrek on the bottom, I think I still would have bought it on the whim. But yeah. Next up, we have Toy Story 1. It's not in the best of shape, cover art wise, but it works. And I already have Toy Story 2 on VHS, so I'm very happy to have the first one now on VHS. Actually, so I said there was 3 that I didn't see, which was Jurassic Park, yeah, so now we're down to the other two that I hadn't seen. And so the first one is The Sword in the Stone, which is in this Disney Classic Collection tape design that Gareth over at Video Tasties has never seen before. Because usually if I pick up VHS stuff, since he is the VHS guy in the community, I'll just show him like, oh cool, look, hey, this is, these are some tapes that I picked up. And interestingly enough, it's not mentioned on the top of the tape here that it's The Sword in the Stone, but it is at the bottom of the tape. So I thought that was, very interesting. And this one caught my eye. Now, I have, of course, seen the Peter Jackson films that have been made. Last year when I started the Tales from My Backlog series. But I spotted this, and I have to say, the artwork looks absolutely amazing, and it is, of course, J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, the 90s animated one. And just look at that artwork. That is absolutely gorgeous artwork. I haven't seen this version of it. I have seen the Peter Jackson versions, but this just looks amazing. And so it's in one of those cardboard sleeves. It does work. And then, of course, here is the tape. So then I went into CEX because there's one thing that I really wanted to get, and you can kind of see that it's playing in the background. Now, it's not that game. That is Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2, which you would have seen me pick up early on this and like last week. But what I bought was an AV cable for the 360 because I didn't have one. I only had the HDMI, and I connected it up to the TV behind me there. So that if I ever feel like a nostalgia trip, I do have some retro games like Streets of Rage. What's the other one? I forget the Golden Axe and Sonic on my 360. If I ever feel like playing that or just experiencing it on the old CRT again, I have that option now. I mean, you can kind of see that it did decimate some of my my display back there. Just being able trying to plug it into the plug socket. What was hindering me was the bookcase there. But that wasn't the only thing that I picked up in CEX, because just as I was leaving, I was quickly, because they changed up a few things now. They changed up the displays, so it's going to take me a second to get used to it. But I did find a DVD for a movie that I hadn't seen, didn't even know it existed until rather recently. And I said, I collect this series, so I'll add it into my collection. And that is Ben 10 Destroy All Aliens for a fiver. So, yeah, that's that. So, that is going to wrap this up. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all on the next upload.